player for the Terriers.
So we go down to midfield for the opening draw here. And this one's one for Jeff Jama. So this is a matchup to watch here today for the Terriers and Bulldogs. Connor Calderone having a great game in the X and a great start here to the game for the Terriers. The bounce shot, Connor to midfield for the opening draw here. And this one's one for Jeff Jama. So this is a matchup to watch here today for the Terriers and Bulldogs. Connor Calderone having a great game in the X and a great start here to the game for the Terriers. The bounce shot, Connor Calderone takes the face-off win and puts it home for his first goal as a Terrier. And you couldn't have scripted it any better there for BU to begin things.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, his first as a Terrier, transferring from University of Maryland, but going up Bryant, that's how you make a statement early, show you're not intimidated.
So Calderone, the bounce shot that just finds its way under the crossbar past the cross of Luke Crociolo. And so Calderone wins another one against a very good face-off man in Jacob Alexander. He went 20 for 29. Well, they'll go 3-on-6 into the attack box, and now able to pick up the ground ball unmarked. And Calderone battles for this loose ball, under a body dragged away by Alexander. And Alexander here, far side from McGovern. That shot off of Garber and wide. Stays with Bryant, however. So back it comes to midfield. It's been a good battle on the face-off X between Calderone and Alexander. Both players down the field. They still fight for that ground ball, and it's won here by, it looks like, Trey Brown, the freshman.
Able to give the BU the lead back.
So Bork now with his first goal of the season, and another face-off one here by the Terriers. Meyer thinking about it, but instead, seventh time they've taken that crown, and making an appearance in the NCAA tournament for the sixth time last season, gave the ultimately the champion, the Virginia Cavaliers, everything they could do, everything they could handle, and the loss, and ultimately lost in the first round. And so, face-off one, but pop free, nice.
It's essentially the lacrosse equivalent of, throwing a Hail Mary pass and completing it for a touchdown.
About as close as it does get. A apt analogy there. As the face-off to begin the second quarter, won here by as Calderone and Alexander continue to wage war. Calderone kicks it back to Meyer, but turned right back over again. Alexander able to win that one cleanly, showing why he's one of the best face-off men, not only in the NEC, but in Division I.
In the country.
And it followed that up now with a number 19 ranking here in the early going of the season. Calderone checked off the loose ball. That allows Alexander the opportunity to swoop on in. Face-off release.
Yeah, and BU, able to score that impressive goal after, surviving back-to-back man-down situations. This could really be a big turning point for them if they're able to win this game. So we won that, tie it up, and now potentially a chance here in a man-up situation to potentially take the lead.
So this draw becomes all that much more important. Calderone trying to get positioning. Still loose, Alexander. Calderone all dig after the ball pinballing along. And it is Meyer, yes. So man up for another. As BU inches ahead of Bryant. Calderone wins this one against Alexander. Maybe one last shot here for BU before the end of the quarter. Gialto will be unable to get one before
for the goalie to track the ball with bodies in front of him.
So this fun battle will resume here between Calderone and Alexander. Alexander able to win that chapter, but then quickly coughs it up. Jama scoops it up across midfield. He'll take it.
Yeah, Calderone won 8 of 15 faceoffs.
Evening hours with the Cambridge skyline just beyond the horizon here of Nickerson Field. Jama had it for a moment, had the stick slashed out of his hand. That will allow Connor Whalen the opportunity to possess. Windows, and literally for a brief time, snow in the press box. And I can say, in all my life, I've never seen it snow indoors until today. Loose ball, and I don't know how you find the ball in all this. They still dig after it. It's almost like a comedy of errors here a little bit, as it took 6 players to try and find that loose ball.
Does it count if you throw a snowball into the goal, or does it have to be the actual lacrosse ball?
Literal tidal wave.
Yeah, Mike, you talked about how hard it is for a goalie to track the white lacrosse ball in a snowstorm. It reminds me of the line in the movie Dodgeball. He should not be able to see very well.
So a face-off infraction will give the Bulldogs the ball. Nickerson Field, and then the rest of the slate with a Ivy League matchup in the middle.
Then Bryant, because BU's more of a patient team. Bryant, likes to do a lot of things quickly, make a lot of explosive plays, take risks. So, again, BU's a team that is going to have an easier time just, again, maintaining possession and taking things slowly.
Turnover forced as the ball swept along. There is Morrison. Back in time for this face-off here. Calderone and Alexander. Calderone had it for a moment, stripped off by Alexander. They still dig after. Calderone trying to locate it. Goes diving the field, and it rolls all the way to the sideline. Lay able to control the ground ball. Calderone, who opened up the scoring now in front for Meyer. He is decked down in the crease. Where's the ball? With a goal, 2 assists. D'Alto, the high scorer so far, 3 goals and a helper. But BU has opened up now a 4-goal lead, and looking, it's just not flowing through him at the time. I mean, you have the players you expect to see, D'Alto, Perfetto, Lay, and when they were kind of nullified or just held ineffective, it was Jake Cates who stepped up.
Well, and those guys you mentioned are the guys that teams usually circle in their scouting reports. Could opponents down the stretch start to